And do you find when you work with people, because we have chronic holding patterns, I'm just going to get into my next question, but it's like, do you find that when people start getting into a program of stretching, that suddenly they didn't actually realize they were holding and that something was tight? And it was like that their range of motion actually was greatly decreased because the length of the muscle was not allowing for the range, or there was a holding pattern there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, most of us don't even realize, the positions we hold ourselves in, and more importantly, for how long we hold ourselves in those positions. I'm sure everyone has had the experience where they're working away and all of a sudden they look up at the clock or their watch or their phone, and like 2 or 3 or 4 hours have gone by and you just don't know where that time's gone. So yeah, this is a real problem in our modern society. We live these sedentary lifestyles, and getting out and exercising for an hour a day is fantastic, but it doesn't necessarily compensate for the hours and hours and hours that we spend in these constricted positions. And when someone does start a flexibility program, it's really common for someone to make the comment, like you said before, they just didn't even realize they had that tension there. Maybe they've had sort of a headache or a backache or something like that. And when we start exploring their flexibility, we start looking for their limits in range of motion. One of the really important things to do when it comes to flexibility is looking for imbalances from one side of the body to the other, or the front of the body to the back of the body. These imbalances put a lot of tension, a lot of strain, and a lot of torsion on the joints and muscles. And when we start to even out some of these flexibility imbalances, people are sort of awakened to what their body was feeling, and more importantly, how good they should be feeling.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yes. What we can be feeling.